So we'll be putting the image first. For image, the tag used is img and is a single tag. So in the img tag, typically we need to mention 4 different attributes. The first one is obviously the source of the image from where it is supposed to be loaded to the website. Now what happens is that if the image is located in the exact same folder or the exact same location where your web page is, you don't need to worry about anything. You just need to write the name of the image followed by the extension. So for the extension, go to properties and you will find that .jpg is the extension for this particular image. Mostly the extension will either be a JPG or a PNG. So just check that before you mention. So the name of the image is sample and the extension is JPG. So I'll mention those two things here. I'll save the file and I'll refresh the page. So here we get the image on the website. Now this image is typically in the original dimensions, right? So what if you want to modify the dimensions? For that you have 2 different attributes, the width and the height. So we can mention both of these. So let us say I want a square image 500 pixels by 500 pixels where a pixel is one particular dot on the screen, right? So now when we refresh it, we find that the image is scaled down to 500 by 500 pixels. Typical resolution of a screen is 1280 by 720 pixels, right? 1280 wide and 720 in height. So this basically indicates that the image occupies 500 pixels out of those 1280 pixels of the screen, right? The fourth attribute which needs to be mentioned is something called as an alt attribute. So basically, for using an alt attribute, let me quickly jumble the name of the image here. So what is happening now is that the browser is trying to look for an image called as sample1.jpg, whereas there is no such image in the folder that we are trying to load it from. So now when I refresh the page, we see that the image is not found, right? It is not displayed in the web page because it is not found. So now when we don't have the alt attribute here, you will find that you get this broken box here with this broken icon, right? So this basically indicates that there is some problem loading the image. However, when you put the alt attribute here and you put some text here, let's say sample image, this particular piece of text will be displayed if the image is not found. So when we refresh it, we find that instead of the image, we get this sample image displayed. However, if I remove this one from here and now the browser can find this image, we'll find that the alt text is no longer displayed, right? So basically the alt text is an alternative which is displayed only if the image is not found or there is some issues processing the image, right? So that is one way to tell the user that there is something which needs to come here but is not possible due to some error. So that is the purpose of the alt tag. So that is everything you need to know about the image tag, and that is how you add an image to the website.